Hello everyone, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. Here we discuss important topics in music and I try as much as possible to make my class interactive. So if this is your first time here, kindly subscribe, like and share. So today we're going to continue on the topic musical skill. So you can check the previous videos on the definition of skill and introduction to the concept of skill. And in the second part, we talked about key and key signature, how to construct keys with sharps, right? Today we want to talk about how to construct keys with sharp using the circle of fifth. All right, let's go. When you start from C, keep counting 5 notes and you get a new scale, right? You see that when you keep going this way, the number of sharps in each scale increases by 1 as you move from the first circle to the next circle. This is what I mean. In C, you have no sharp, no flat, right? But in the new key, when you count 5 forward, you will have 1 sharp. And in the new key, from that key, when you count 5 forward, you have additional sharp, making 2 sharps, right? And as you go on along. Now, this is a circle. When you start from C, C has no sharp and no flat. When you count 5 notes from C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have G, and G has 1 sharp, and the sharp is F sharp, right? So on the scale of G major, you have G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, and G again. So if you go from G and count 5 notes, you arrive at D. Let's see. So from G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, in music, we make use of just 7 letters of the English alphabet. So when you get to the 7th letter, you start all over again as you go on like that. All right. So the next one will be D. So D has 2 sharps, right? Remember, from the use of tetrachord, we're talking about inheriting accidentals from the previous scale. So D, we have F sharp plus C sharp. So you also count 5 notes from D, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So when you do that, you have A. A will be the new key. If D has 2 sharps, G has 1 sharp, C has no sharp, right? So it means A, we have 3 sharps. And of course, F sharp, C sharp, plus a new sharp. And that is G sharp. The new sharp on the note is G sharp. So that we have F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp on A major. So that on A major, you have A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, and A. Alright, also count 5 notes from A to get the next scale, which we have 4 sharps, right? So from A, we want to count 5 notes. So A, B, C, D, and E, right? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So the next scale is E major. E, we have 4 sharps. A has 3 sharps. And going back, D has 2 sharps. G has 1 sharp. And C has no sharp. Alright. E major. We now have F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, plus a new sharp note, which is D, right? Alright, so we move on. From E major, you also count 5 notes. And when you count 5 notes from E, you have E, F, G, A, and B. So B major will be the new key, right? So let's say the key of B major. B major will have all the sharps from the previous scale plus a new sharp. And that's A. So on the scale of B major, you have B, C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, and B. So B major, we have 5 sharps. Now, the next scale with 5 notes from B, right? So let's say 5 notes from B will be B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But in this case, F sharp, not F, because we are following the pattern of the previous scale. And previous scale has F sharp, not F. Okay. F sharp, we now have all these accidents plus E sharp. So the scale of F sharp major, we have all the notes sharpened except B, right? It will have 6 sharps. Now, from F sharp, we also count 5 notes, right? So we have F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B, and C sharp. So C sharp is the 5th note from F sharp. All right, the interval of the 5th. C sharp will inherit all the sharps from F sharp plus a new sharp, making 7 sharps, so all its notes will be sharpened. In summary, there is a particular statement that can help you get all these sharps, and that is Father Charles goes down and ends battle. Alright, let's see how it works here. Now, C has no sharp, no flat. On G, that's the scale with 1 sharp. You have sharp on F, right? And that's Father. And on D, we have sharps on F and C. So further chas. So on A major, you have sharps on F, C, and G. That is further chas goes. Does that make sense? Now, on E major, we have sharps on 4 pitches, which are F, C, G, and D, right? And that is further chas goes down. So on B major, you have sharps on F, C, G, D, and A. So that's further chas goes down N, right? On F sharp major, you have sharps on F, C, G, D, A, and E. That's further chas goes down and ends. Does that make sense? On C sharp, you have sharps on F, C, G, D, A, E, and B. That is further chas goes down and ends badder. So you see that the trend goes down, right? Okay, so take note of that. Let's talk about how to construct the major keys from the flat kinds. We've talked about how to construct major keys from the sharp kinds in the previous video, right? So let's talk about the flat kinds. When you start from the natural key, which is C. In the sharp kinds of major keys, we talk about using the tetrachord, ensuring that you have semitones between the last interval of each tetrachord, and of course the new scale inherits all the accidentals from the previous scale, right? And of course you raised the 7th. So in the flat kinds, we have similar arrangement but with a little difference here and there. All right, so here in the flat kinds, we're still going to ensure that we have semitones between the 3rd and the 4th interval of each tetrachord. That is the last interval in each tetrachord. But in this case, you're going to flatten the 4th pitch on each scale, right? Now, when you go from C, C has no sharp, no flats, right? So you build the next key from the 4th pitch. So the 4th pitch is F. So when you build the scale, you have F. There's difference between F sharp major and F major. So what's the difference? You can put the answer in the comment section if you know. Now, you ensure that you flatten the 4th pitch. This scale is going to inherit the accidentals from C major, and C doesn't have sharp, doesn't have flats, right? C is just natural. So we're going to divide this scale into 2 equal parts so that we have the upper and the lower tetrachord. And you're going to ensure that you have semitone between the last interval of each tetrachord. Most importantly, you want to ensure that the tone and semitone arrangement of the scale conforms to the tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone arrangements. Now let's see what happened. So from F to G is a tone, and that's correct. From G to A is a tone, and that's also correct, right? From A to B is a tone, and that is wrong. So unlike the sharp kinds, where we used to have the irregularity in the flat kind is between the 3rd note and the 4th note, and between the 4th note and the 5th note. There's supposed to be a flip in the interval so that we have semitone between the 3rd and the 4th pitch and tone between the 4th and the 5th pitch, right? So this is what we're going to focus on in the flat kinds. Of course, we're not going to use the sharp accidentals here, but the flat. So where are you going to put the flat sign? Now again, in summary, put the flat before the 4th note, okay? In the sharp kinds, you put the sharp before the 7th note of the new scale, but in the flat kinds, you put the flat before the 4th note, and it corrects all the anomalies in the pitches so that the new scale will conform to the required tone and semitone pattern. So when you put the flat on the 4th note, we have B flat there. You see that it corrects the interval so that we have tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 and semitone. E, F, remember, between E and F is a semitone, right? And between A and B flat is another semitone. So that's correct. Meanwhile, the new key will start from that 4th note. So in this case, you don't call it B or B flat, the scale of B flat. Remember, B major has sharps. It's of the sharp kinds, right? And B flat is of the flat kinds, right? So B flat major. Of course, the first note and the last note, we have the flat. So when you divide the scale into 2 tetrachords, we have semitones here and semitone here. Remember, like I said, the anomalies is usually between the 3rd and the 4th note. and between the fourth note and the fifth note, so you add a flat sign to E. And of course, octave, we also have a flat note, so that we have the arrangement of tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. So in B flat, you have two flats which are on B, the tonic, and the subdominant E, right? You have two pitches that are flattened on B flat major, not three. You should not mix it up. It's not three, because the first B flat is the same as the last B flat, right? The next scale will stem up from the fourth note, which is E flat. So we want to build the scale of E flat major. So of course, E flat major, we inherit all the features from the previous scale, right? And of course, divide this scale into two tetrachords. Ensure you have semitone between the last interval of each tetrachord. Add a flat to the fourth note and it corrects the intervals, all right, so that it conforms to the ideal tone and semitone patterns. So you have a flat before A, so that you have A flat on this key. So what's the name of this key? E flat major, right? It now means that the subdominant is the tonic of a new scale. The subdominant note, which is A flat, is the tonic of the new scale. So we want to build the scale of A flat major. A flat major, we inherit all the flats from E flat major. And of course, when you divide the scale into two equal parts, the lower and the upper tetrachord, you ensure you have semitone here and semitone here, right? And of course, you always have the irregularity here. So you have to flip this interval by using a flat sign, so that this we have a semitone and this we have a tone. So our flat sign will be on D. So on the scale of A flat major, remember A flat is different from A major, right? A major has sharps, but A flat major has flats, right? So the subdominant will be the beginning of the new scale, right? So the scale of D flat will now inherit all the flats from the previous scale, A flat major. And of course, when you divide this into two tetrachords, of course you can skip this aspect, but it's just to give you a feel of the two tetrachords in a major scale. You ensure that you have semitone between the last interval of each tetrachord, like two similar superimposed patterns. And of course, between them is a tone. So that's the concept in the major scale. So add the flat to the fourth note so that it corrects the anomalies in the tone and semitone arrangement there. So that we have G flat in the scale of D flat major, right? So the next scale will now be from the subdominant, which is G flat. So we want to control the scale of G flat major. G flat major will have all the flats from the previous, right? Quickly add the flat to the fourth so that you have C flat. In G flat major, you have all its pitches flattened except F. Now, the question is, what's the difference between G flat major and F sharp major? If you know the answer, just put it in the comment section, right? So it means the new scale will now be from the subdominant of G flat major, which is C flat. So we want to construct the scale of C flat major, all right? So C flat, we inherit all the accidentals from G flat major, right? And of course, you reduce the fourth pitch of the scale, that is the subdominant. And when you do that, you see all the pitches on C flat major will receive flat or will be flattened. Now, the question is, what's the difference between C flat major and C sharp major? If there's any difference, explain it in the comment section. Unlike the circular fifth, when we move 5 notes forward, here in the circular fourth, we move 4 notes forward. Let's see what I mean. Starting from C. C is just a natural key, right? No sharp, no flat. Count 4 notes. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. So F, we have 1 flat, right? Remember, while dealing with the circular fifth, we count 5 notes forward from C. And then we have G, and G has 1 sharp, right? But in the case of circular fourth, you count 4 notes forward from C. and that's F. Then F, we have one flat in this case, and the flattened note will be on B. So we have B flat. When you count 4 notes from F, you have B flat. Remember, not B. B flat, we have B flat and a new flattened note, which is E, right? So we have B flat and E flat. Now, if we count 4 notes from B flat, you have E flat. So E flat, we have B flat, E flat, and A flat, right? So we have 3 flats. Remember the trends in C major, we don't have flats. In F major, we have 1 flat. In B flat major, we have 2 flats. In E flat major, we have 3 flats. So when you count 4 notes from E flat, you have A flat, right? And A flat major, we have B flat, E flat, A flat, and a new flattened note, which is D, right? So the new flat will be on D, right? In that order. So when you count 4 notes again from A flat, the flat will be on D. So that on D flat major, you have D flat, A flat, F, G flat, A flat, B flat, C, and D flat. From D flat, count 4 notes and you arrive at G flat. And G flat, we now have all these accidentals plus a new accidental, C flat. You also count 4 notes from G flat to arrive at C flat, right? So when you do that, you have C flat, and C flat has all the notes flattened, including F. Now, in the circle of fifth, we talk about using the statements Father Charles goes down and ends battle, right? But in this case, we're going to flip it. Battle ends and down goes Charles' father. Let's see how it works. Battle. So on F major, B will be flattened, right? And on B flat major, B and E, that is battle ends, right? So on E flat major, you have 3 flats, right? Battle ends. And on A flat major, we have 4 flats. So that's battle ends and down. So on D flat major, you have battle ends and down goes. So the next one, G flat major, you have battle ends and down goes Charles, right? So the next one, which is C flat major, you have B, E, A, D, G, C, and F. That's battle ends and down goes Charles' father, right? So you see that the trend goes from the back, right? So you read it backward, right? Now let's talk about key signature. In the previous video, we defined key signature as a group of accidentals at the beginning of the style to signify the key of the music. So C is a natural key, so it doesn't have sharp or flat, right? Now, when you write G major with accidentals, it will look like this. But with key signature, put the accidental at the beginning of the staff. Now, D major with accidentals, it will look like this, but with key signature, you have F sharp and C sharp. Now, to write the key signature, look at this order. You see that I did not pick just any F, and I did not use any C, but the 3rd space in the case of C sharp and the 5th line in the case of F sharp. Also write C sharp after F sharp, not vertically under but slant. When you have A major, the group of accidentals, we have accidentals from the previous scale, right? F sharp and C sharp. So you don't write G sharp here. It's wrong for you to write it on that 2nd line, but the space up. So on E major, you have your key signature this way. Now let's talk about key signatures with flats. So this is F major. So the key signature will look like this. So it's on that particular B, the 3rd line, right? Previously, if you want to identify the key or the scale of a piece of music, you read through the sheet music, right? But you see, with this key signature, you can easily identify the key when you have the key signature, right? Now let's talk about B flat. So when you group the accidentals to form the key signature, it will look like this. So the accidentals slanting up. The next key here is the E flat major. When you want to write the key signature, you have B flat, E flat, and A flat. So in this arrangement, you see that it goes from B flat to E flat, and from E flat slants downwards to A flat, right? Or not directly above or below one another. So that's how you write your key signature. Now let's look at other ones. So you have A flat. In A flat, you have your key signature written this way. So you have the B flat that way, you have the E flat, you have A flat, and you have the D flat, right? When you look at a score with 4 flats, that's A flat major. When you see a sheet music with 3 flats, it's E flat major. If it is 2 flats, this is B flat major, right? And like I said, we are going to discuss more possibilities to this as time goes on. Key signature. So this is C major on both the treble staff and the bass staff. No sharp, no flat. Okay, so when you have 1 sharp in this form, it is called G major, right? And when you have 2 sharps, it's called D major in this order. And when you have 3 sharps, that's your A major, right? With 3 sharps. So 4 sharps will be E major, right? 5 sharps will be B major, remember, not B flat, right? So when you have 6 sharps, it's called the F sharp major, and when you have 7 sharps, it is called the C sharp major. So let's talk about the key signatures with flats. Of course, this is the C major, right? So when you have 1 flat, that's F major. When you have 2 flats, that's called B flat major, right? When you have 3 flats, that's E flat major. When you have 4 flats, that's A flat major. When you have 5 flats written in this order, it's called the D flat major. And when you have 6 flats, it's the G flat major, right? And when you have 7 flats, it's the C flat.